Hello and welcome to Chabot News for May 4th, 2023. My name is Diana Usaulenko, and today we will cover the contaminated water in Hawaii, a homicide in Hayward, and a new look for candy that's been around since 1979. Bruce will tell us the latest on what's happening at the box office, and Evan will bring us the latest sports news, including a sucker punch that is going viral. All that and more coming up in today's edition of Chabot News. Hawaii's Department of Health says forever chemicals have been detected in the water and housing development for farm workers and their families. The discovery comes 3 months after polyfluorinated substances were detected in another well serving the same residence. Eddie Dode spoke with some of those affected.
Apparently it was supposed to be 3 to 4 months, but it could take longer because it's not guaranteed.
We were invited into this family's home where they are struggling to live on bottled water.
I've heard some people have been using the sink water to brush their teeth or wash their face.
Why are they doing that?
Because it's really inconvenient to grab like water bottles into your bathroom and reusing it after like 2 washes.
How livable is this situation? I mean, is it sustainable long term?
Definitely not.
Data from the health department show 2 of the most serious PFAS compounds detected in well number 4 were significantly above the EPA's proposed limits. At least 8 wells around Oahu have tested positive for PFAS chemicals in recent years. An environmental leader in the Democratic Party says she is now skeptical of all drinking water.
I know people don't want to hear that, but until the science can be more exact, we really need to be careful.
The Kunia Water Association says it's hooked up an emergency line to the Schofield Barracks water system, but after several weeks of required flushing, they are now waiting for test results from a mainland lab. That could take 30 more days.
We really need to have a certified lab as soon as possible on the island. So whenever there is a spill, a test can be done on real time immediately.
Even if the tests come back clear, the Kunia Water Association says the water from Schofield should only be used for bathing and some cooking, not drinking. So you've been getting these 5-gallon bottles delivered to you. I mean, do you know when your water will be restored?
No, we don't.
Did they say it could be years? No?
Could be, yeah. Maybe more than a year.
A difficult wait with no end in sight.
This hasn't been the only issue with Honolulu's drinking water. On December 2021, Honolulu's Board of Water Supply shut down Oahu's largest water source, the Halawa Shaft. That was because the Navy admitted it discovered contamination in the water supply due to a petroleum leak. Police in Texas are looking for suspects who shot and killed several cows around San Antonio. Camila Juarez reports.
A lot of them are frustrated. They don't want it to happen to them.
Jackson Driggs at a Southeast feed mill says ranchers in the area are growing concerned by the number of cattle killed in the last month. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office says on April 12th, deputies responded to a report of a cow being shot multiple times on Elmendorf-Lavernia Road.
It's not our livestock, but it's our community. And seeing people go through that, you don't want that on anybody.
The next day, deputies discovered 2 cows were found shot dead and 1 cow was taken to the vet for its injuries. The caller told deputies she heard gunshots the night before and found the cows shot in the morning.
They're definitely being vigilant.
BCSO says these 2 incidents are connected. However, they're investigating 2 other reports of livestock being shot and killed. Driggs says it's heartbreaking and financially frustrating for ranchers to lose cattle this way.
It's almost like losing a dog or something like that, especially some of the work that these guys put into their fields and everything like that to keep their animals fed, healthy.
Police say they've received an additional 2 reports of cows being shot and killed, though details of those incidents are limited. Police in San Francisco are investigating a shooting that occurred on Monday, April 24th, that left 1 person dead and at least 4 others injured in the city's Little Italy area. Police said the shooting occurred around 11 p.m. Sunday, the 23rd, along the 1200 block of Grand Avenue near Columbus Avenue. A 23-year-old Solano County man suffering from apparent gunshot wounds died at the scene. Two other shooting victims, both 24-year-old men from Sacramento County, were found nearby. They were taken to a hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Two more shooting victims. A 22-year-old man from Alameda County, a 20-year-old woman from Contra Costa County suffered non-life-threatening injuries and were taken to the hospital separately before officers arrived. Investigators say the shooting appears to be an isolated incident and not random. Anyone with more information should call the SFPD 24-hour TIP line at 415-575-4444 or text a TIP to TIP 411. A handgun was found in the area, but no other details are available at this time. San Jose's mayor is putting a spotlight on a program that aims to provide the city's unhoused population with paid work while also making the city cleaner. Mayor Matt Mahan joined almost 140 participants Wednesday, April 26, to take part in a project to beautify the city and to show the worth of San Jose Bridge program, which provides numerous resources for the city's homeless population. The group took part in a cleanup in Guadalupe River Park, part of an overall beautification project by San Jose Bridge that has already collected more than 350,000 pounds of trash over a 3-month period. The program is largely staffed by the unhoused, who are paid $80.50 an hour for their work. The goal is to provide one key step in the long road to getting people off the street. The mayor points out that San Jose Bridge also provides job training, including the development of long-term career goals and job placement with companies such as Goodwill and Tesla, and is also designed to help find stable housing. Some homeless advocates support the idea, but are skeptical that it will go far enough. The program was extended once before and is supposed to end in June. However, Mahan said he plans to make it a priority to keep it going. Now, let's turn to entertainment news and our entertainment anchor, Bruce Mello. Bruce?
Thanks, Diana. Two stars debuted their pregnancies in style Monday, May 1st, at the Met Gala in New York. Tennis world champion Serena Williams and model and entrepreneur Carly Kloss stepped onto the red carpet, both sporting black gowns draped with white strands of pearls and two special accessories, baby bumps. It was Williams and Kloss's first time announcing the news. Williams shared her relief, saying she could stop hiding now that her secret was out. She and her husband Alexis Ohanian wed in 2017. They have one daughter together. Kloss, who shares one child with husband Joshua Kushner, told Vogue magazine this is the first time she's sharing the news. Kushner, who is former White House aide Jared Kushner's brother, and Kloss wed in 2018. They welcomed a son in March of 2021. A certain movie based on a video game has just passed the $1 billion mark in worldwide box office. But for a little while on Sunday, April 30th, you could watch it somewhere besides movie theaters. David Daniel has that and more in today's Hollywood Minute.
You asked for it! This is fun!
The Super Mario Bros. Movie popped up on Twitter when a user with more than 1 million followers posted a pirated copy of the animated blockbuster. The clip drew an estimated 9 million views before Twitter apparently took it down. It's not the first time a Twitter user has posted an entire film, but Twitter Blue subscribers can now upload hour-long videos, making such piracy easier. And Twitter now has fewer staffers to monitor such illegal activity.
Where is my daughter? No escuchas. Que si no vas y te metes con la hija del patrón.
A forbidden romance highlights the conflicts between migrant workers and wealthy landowners in Casa Grande. The bilingual series follows the intersecting lives of families in the farmlands of Northern California, exploring themes of class, culture, and immigration. Casa Grande debuts today on Amazon Freevee. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
The Super Mario Brothers movie is the 5th movie to cross the $1 billion mark since the start of the pandemic, and the surest sign yet that the theatrical movie business is on the rebound after a prolonged downturn. That's it for this week in entertainment news. My name is Bruce Malloy. Now we go back to Diana at the desk.
Thanks, Bruce. Turning now to local news. On April 6, 2023, Hayward police arrested 53-year-old Hayward resident Anthony Bergstrom in connection with a homicide that occurred on January 4th. Hayward police responded to the report of a shooting near the 24,000 block of Park Street. Upon arrival, officers located an unresponsive male suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. Emergency medical personnel pronounced the man deceased at the scene. Bergstrom was charged with murder, possession of a firearm by prohibited person, and other various penal code violations. Anyone with information related to this case is asked to call Detective Nathan Hall at 510-293-7176. Bergstrom is currently being held in Santa Rita County Jail without bail. And now in Chabot news, the registration period is here. With the spring semester coming to an end, it's time to sign up for your next semester classes. You can register for both summer and fall 2023 classes. Registration began on April 24th for those who are veterans, foster youth, and co-workers, recipients. College priority students such as athletes, puente, etc. were able to start registering on April 26th. If you are not in one of those categories, open enrollment begins on May 5th. So hurry and register for young classes before they are filled up. Consider signing up for a mass communication class on being part of Chabot TV. Now it's time for sports, and our sports anchor, Evan Neto. Take it away, Evan.
Thanks, Diana. The Oakland A's are officially moving to Las Vegas, announcing last week that they've entered into a binding agreement to purchase 49 acres of land off the Las Vegas Strip. They're paying Red Rock Resorts, owned by former UFC owners Frank and Lorenzo Fertitta, $22 million for the land. A teen wrestler faces a local assault citation after a video shows him sucker punching a boy during a Chicago area competition. The incident has been referred to USA Wrestling and its Illinois chapter. Suzanne Leminot spoke to the victim and his mother.
It's the punch that's gone viral. This video from the wrestling spot shows 14-year-old Cooper Corder extending his hand to his opponent, Hafid Alicia, after Alicia lost their freestyle match 14-2. As he extends his hand, pretending to get ready to shake, he punches Corder in the face instead, deviating his septum.
I didn't want to retaliate, obviously, and I didn't want to get hit again. So as soon as it happened, my first reaction is like, I gotta ball up, or I gotta try and get away from what just happened.
I didn't really understand until he was on the ground. And then, you know, there was probably like a 3 or 4 second delay of my brain just processing like what just happened. Did what I think happened just happen? And then I ran over to him, and he was in the fetal position, shaking.
The teens were taking part in the Beat the Streets Chicago tournament on April 8th in Oak Park. The organization is dedicated to teaching wrestling and life skills to young people. The teens were from visiting clubs outside the nonprofit's program.
These are some first place medals from...
Corder is a highly decorated young wrestler, having won more than 500 matches since the age of 4. He and his mother say they don't want this now viral video seen more than 10 million times to take away from his accomplishments and the dedication he has for wrestling.
Anybody can get knocked down. Anybody can go through a hard time, but it's your response to that, and it's your ability to move forward. And that's probably one of the things that makes me most proud of Cooper is he has handled this well. He has handled this so much better than most adults would have.
At these next local couple tournaments, I'm going to be known as the kid who got punched, but I don't want that to oversee all of my accomplishments. I would love to wrestle at a Division I level and accomplish all the things I want to in life, like Olympic gold medals and all of that. But I never want to be seen for being at a high level just because I got the exposure of being punched. I want to be seen for all the work that I do, all the achievements I've had, and everything I do to put it in a sport.
Suzanne Lemonnier, CBS 2 News.
Police say the offender received a local ordinance citation for assault. An adjudication hearing is scheduled for next month. And that's all we have for sports this week. My name's Evan Netto. Now back to you, Diana.
Thanks, Evan. In food news, there's news look for some popular fruit snacks. General Mills has updated the packaging on some of its iconic brands, fruit roll-ups, Fruit by the Foot, and Gushers. It's been 8 years since the company changed the packaging. The company says the new designs and feature bold and vibrant colors, and to celebrate a new generation of teenagers and young adults. General Mills is the largest maker of fruit snacks in the United States. Fruit Roll UPS first debuted in 1979. The company unveiled Fruit by the Foot in 1991, and then the following year, Gushers splashed onto the scene. And for our final story, for the past 5 years, students at school in the northern suburbs of Sedena, Mexico, pleaded with their local police department to recruit a patrol K9. The problem was that the department didn't have a need for a dog, but students at the school were laser focused on getting one. Students tried to persuade the school to obtain an emotional support dog. What they wanted was a K9 patrol to become part of the Vernon Hills Police Department, and it became the focal point of a persuasive writing assignment. The students' compelling essays won over the police department, and soon Billy, a 2-year-old female Labrador mix, was recruited. Her first day on the job involved a lot of cuddles from the students who helped her land the gig. Vernon Hill Police Chief Patrick Crace said dogs have the ability to relieve a person's stress reveals even better than other people can. This is a fact that I'm sure every dog owner is well aware of. That's all for Chabot News this week. Thanks to all the students and staff in Mass Communications Department here at Chabot College for making this production possible. You can watch us anytime online at youtube.com/ChabotTV. Stay tuned to KCTH Channel 27 on Comcast for more Chabot TV.